Or remember the last video where I had to replace the whole headlight assembly? Well, turned out, not aimed very well. Also an idiot in the fog with no lights on, rusty, load updates, and more. This episode of
the Clutch Trucker Channel.
Clutch Trucker, filmed before a live and fuzzy studio audience. Yep, you know him, you love him. Joe can't live without him. It's Rusty, the world-famous meatball dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker Channel. Alright, I put the headlight assembly in the other day, actually Christmas Day. And then Thursday, I drove mostly in the daytime, a little bit at night. And Friday, mostly in the daytime again, a little bit at night. But then when I was driving at night, it was across Highway 212 in Montana and Wyoming, and not a lot of traffic out there. But here's a couple people who flash their brights at me. And I'm like, okay, well, I wonder if they think it's out of alignment or what. But then was driving all through the night, Friday or Saturday night into Sunday. And yeah, people kept flashing their brights at me, and I'm like, okay, I don't have my brights on. I better see what I can figure out. Tired of everyone flashing their brights at me. Apparently, it's out of alignment. So, I found a little thing on YouTube, said I needed a T20, and there's a little cover I can lift off, and I should be able to stick that in there, and rotate it left to go down, and right to go up. So, we're going to give that a shot. Okay, open the hood, turn off the engine, and sure enough, see right there where it says headlight adjust and a little arrow down. Now there's a hole right there. Alright, turns out, I guess because this is an aftermarket, it needed a flathead. Got it in there and it was turning, but I really can't see that it made much difference, so we're just going to get back on the road. So like I say, tried to adjust it best I could, and I really wasn't seeming to get anywhere. I'd watched one video saying, oh, you need that T20. Well, I needed a flat slotted screwdriver, and so I just gave up at that point. And then what really let me know that it was aimed wrong was when I hit all the fog, tons of fog south of Sioux Falls, and all the way down to Omaha. So yeah, that gave me proof. Here's a pic. Yeah, you can kind of see how you can see more of the beam in the left side there, especially if I zoom in a little bit. Check it out. Yeah, so I realized, okay, yeah, it is aimed a little high. And so when I got parked here in Council Bluffs at the TA, I've been driving through all the fog and I got the mist. Well, that actually kind of worked in my favor, because then when I was here, I tried to adjust it again. I cranked it as low as it would go, and it's still a little bit higher than my right one, but I was able to walk back away from the front of the truck, and the mist and the fog let me see the beams. Check this out. Okay, when we're standing in front of the truck, look at the left beam there. All right, it seems to be just a little bit lower than the right beam, but not by a lot. They seem to be pretty close. And like I say, that's as low as I could crank the driver's side one, and they're just a little bit different. All right, here's a further look here, and you can see, yep, the right one, driver's side one, just a little bit higher, not by much, than the left side one. So that's the best I could do with this aftermarket light. So as you can see now, the right, if you're looking at the front of the truck, that's the right, or the driver's side, seems just a hair higher than the left side. And maybe if I just crank the passenger side up a little bit and make them even, I don't know. I mean, was able, when I got a bigger screwdriver in there, I was able to crank it down just a little bit more, because when you have the hood up and you're adjusting them, you can aim them right at the ground and look at the ground. And so it aimed it down just a little bit more, but I noticed the light pattern kind of expands a little bit on the far left side of that. So, that's just because it's an aftermarket headlight as opposed to the original one. But the aftermarket was $347. The original was over $1,000. Then while driving between Sioux Falls and Omaha, Nebraska, came across one of those idiots with the daytime running lights. They think their headlights are on, but they're not. Look at this moron in front of me driving in the fog without their lights on. Daytime running lights are the worst freaking invention ever. People think they have their lights on, and they don't. And they have no idea why I'm flashing them. Ridiculous. comes up behind you and they're flashing their lights at you, wouldn't you maybe check to see if your lights are on? You would think? This person is completely clueless. So after I picked up the kitty litter there in Colony, Wyoming, got parked in Bellefourche, South Dakota, late Friday night, and then I slept in until late Saturday afternoon. I hadn't gotten much sleep. That's always the problem. Whenever I go home, I don't get much sleep. I always say to my wife, I gotta get back on the road so I can get some rest. Yep, so got the almost 3 full days at the house for the Christmas. Yeah, still got some truck stuff done because the trucker's work is never done. But yeah, out here just trying to earn the money again for the fam. What are you gonna do? Also, still figuring out my whole new vlogging kit because it has a much better light. My old one was just out of this cheap thing I got at Walmart, and it was either on or off, and that was the only options. This one, you can change the intensity of it, and you can even change the color, which I figured out because remember, yeah, my last video, I looked like an Oompa Loompa. Oompa Loompa Doompa Dee Dee. Guess I'm not quite as orange this time. So yeah, we picked up the kitty litter. I finally got some rest, drove through the night, and all through the night, as I always say, I Cindy Laupered it. And now parked here at the TA in Council Bluffs. Late tonight, I'm going to grab a shower, get fueled up, and then I'll finish the rest of the drive on down to Bentonville, Arkansas for a 9 a.m. delivery Monday morning. And then I did catch that load of tissue I got last time I went to Bentonville. I just run over to Tulsa to pick that up for a Tuesday morning. And I deliver that Wednesday afternoon at 4. So I've got one more load, at least. Oh, plus then I got the lignite again for Thursday. Now I told Lon that as long as the weather cooperates, I'll pick it up Thursday morning and deliver Friday afternoon. So I haven't booked anything past that yet because this that time of year you never know. And that used to be the whole ad campaign for the New York State Lottery. I saw a comedian do a bit about that. He said, yeah, actually, their whole bit was, yeah, that was the ad campaign. You never know. You never know. Well, thanks for tuning in for that one. Just a little quick update, and had to show that ass hat and how I was trying to fix the headlight simply as best I could. What can you do? All right, thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe. Please like and comment and share and thumbs up and ring the bell for notification and all that jazz. There's Clutch Trucker on Instagram, Clutch Trucker on Twitter X, Clutch Trucker 5 on TikTok, and as always, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Rusty, out. Would you like a jacuzzi, sir? See, I knew there was something wrong with you people. You ain't jacuzzi-ing nobody. It's a whirlpool bath, sir. I think you'll quite enjoy it. Bubbles, man! Oh yeah, this is great. Yeah, when I was a kid, if we wanted a jacuzzi, we had to fight in the tub. All right, Rusty, you ready? Oh, there you go. Yep, we got the fresher ones now, so you don't have to chew your head off just to get down to the Beggin' Strip goodness, right? Yeah, and why doesn't Purina sponsor my channel, huh? With all the Beggin' Strip mentions we give all the time, I tell you. All right, here's another one, Rusty, floating above your head. Ooh, so you're finishing. Okay. All right, let's get the Rusty goodness view. Oh, shot it over there. Wow. Yep, grab it. Grab it. All over that Beggin' Strip. Like white on rice, like hair on a gorilla. Ah, yes. See, you can tear through them a little faster when they're not hard as a rock. So, makes for a happy dog. Still see some pieces down there, though, Rusty. Get them! Get those pieces.